Larger group today, so let's do this. Does it ever amaze you how one simple solution can solve so much? Whenever I'm taking a test, or if the earbuds are just not enough, I'll turn to a lo-fi station, one of my favorites being the coffee shop radio. But how did it come into being? According to the Music Origins Project, lo-fi originally began in the 1950s. Surprisingly, what lo-fi meant then was lower quality music. As the 60s came around, the Beach Boys emulated what was today's modern version of lo-fi music, which is very similar to their style. As the 80s and 90s came around, lo-fi actually became its own genre, to where it actually combined some pretty unique types of music, such as pop, rap, or, surprisingly enough, rock actually. Some bands of today, however, are lend us with albums such as Plethora, or Playtime, I believe it's called. May have to research into that later. Or even such as Andrew Applepie with Supernova, Caramel, or I'm So. But how does it benefit people? One benefit is, if it's okay to mention, for some who have ADHD, it can actually help them focus, since the quality of their music is non-distracting. Rarely does it ever have lyrics, but if it does, it's rather indecipherable to the ear, which is what you want if you wish to focus on something. But another way that it benefits is if you are relaxing, it is oftentimes repetitive. So there's no changes in pace. It's not going to go slow, then fast, slow, then fast. And which ties into the last point of it being very calm, very relaxing, and oftentimes its themes are just relaxation, happiness, and calmness. Some stations that can kind of give off those types of vibes. There is a classical one, the cafe that I mentioned earlier, or coffee shop, oops. Or there's even other things such as the popular lo-fi girl station. Then, finally, to wrap things all off, if you ever choose to work on something for homework or a test, it can provide a better ambience than, let's say, listening to the news or listening to comedy. So, if you ever wish to ace that test, best you turn on some lo-fi music. Thanks.